So you have New York State, and then you have New York City. New York State, you got Buffalo, you got Poughkeepsie, you got all of these places upstate, so on and so forth. Yes, you definitely need a car because they don't have corners. They don't have all of that other stuff. The bodegas and everything like that, they do not exist. They exist, but it's just so far few in between, right? New York City, the 5 boroughs, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten, the Bronx, Queens. Certain parts of the areas, it depends, right? I'm going to start this off by saying it depends. Certain parts of each borough requires you to have a vehicle. Now, if you're in the mix, right? If you're in the mix, meaning you're in the city, if you're in certain parts of Brooklyn, in the mixy parts, you don't need a car, in my opinion. You don't need a car. There's transportation everywhere, right? So in the city, you got trains all up and down the streets. It's crazy. The city is Manhattan. So if you're in Manhattan, you got trains all up and down, buses everywhere. And driving in the city is just super inconvenient. You're always caught in traffic and you can never find parking. So much so, a lot of the business that comes from Manhattan, outside of, the retail, so on and so forth, are parking lots, right? Parking garages. And then them things is crazy. They got monthly parking garages, weekly, and some of them are like $10, $15 an hour, $20 an hour. Oh my gosh. You're better off just saying, you know what? I'm going to take train or take the bus. Now, inclement weather days, whether it's raining, whether it's cold and it's snowing and it's ice, you're going to be like, I wish I had a car. So that's why I say it depends. You're going to want to be warm, you're going to want to be dry. You can kind of go on your own volition and go wherever you want to go, in a sense, whenever you want to go, if you're not caught in traffic. You also have to pay these tolls when you're in NYC. It's tolls everywhere. Oh my gosh. Then they got the street cameras that just flash you. Speed limit 25 miles an hour. You go to 27, flash. Just, oh my gosh. Now you got a freaking $42, $50 ticket and it comes in the mail and all of this craziness. So it just depends. Now, let's say you're in certain parts of Brooklyn, Garrison Beach, Mill Bay, Old Mill Bay, Marine Park. Those don't have as much transportation, public transportation, as a Prospect Heights, Crown Heights, a Brownsville, a East New York, a East Flatbush, not really Dumbo, downtown Brooklyn. Those places have tons of transportation. The other ones I named earlier, they don't. So it's going to be super tough for you to get somewhere, especially if you're getting somewhere in a rush. Those places also, a lot of the inventory that's there, single family properties in the Garrison Beach, you have multifamily some, but Garrison Beach, Mill Basin, Sheepshead Bay. Sheepshead Bay is mixy. Old Mill Basin, so on and so forth. So they have driveways. So your car, it might get hit in the elements. You never know. Maybe you have a garage, cool. But you may need a car to get somewhere. You go to certain parts in Queens, Howard Beach, far the Rockaways. Those are so far in the middle of nowhere that there's only one train that goes out there. You have the A train. Now, you have 2 A trains that go in separate directions once you hit Woodhaven Boulevard. Is it Woodhaven or is it Rockaway? Rockaway Boulevard. Yeah, Rockaway, Woodhaven is the J train. So now you go to Lefferts Boulevard. You go to Lefferts Boulevard over here, and then you go to Howard Beach JFK over here, which is the far Rockaway, where the beaches are. And it's just, those trains are not as pertinent as other trains. They're not as active. So you won't be able to get where you want to go when you want to get it, because, up until Rockaway Boulevard, you got 2 different kinds of A trains coming. But once you hit Rockaway Boulevard and they split, once you get past that, now you just got one type of A train going back and forth, really. So it's tough. So it really depends. You don't necessarily need a car. There's mass transportation. There's buses. There's going to be a way to get wherever you want to go. If you're somebody that's always in a rush, like me, if you're somebody that's always, you're impatient, your anxiety is high because you want to get where you got to go, you may want to get a car. You might want to get a driver or something. You may want to get from point A to point B quick. In New York, there's tons of transportation out there. But driving, it may take you 20 minutes to get, let's say East New York. Driving, it'll take you 15 to 20 minutes to get from East New York to Coney Island. You go to the Belt Parkway, you drive straight down, you get the shore, and then you're by Luna Park in 20 minutes. On that train, oh my God, it's gonna take you like an hour and a half, 2 hours, because you have to go around Brooklyn. You gotta take the 3 train, go all the way to Atlantic Avenue, hop on the D train or the Q train, and the Q train, go all the way to Coney Island, and it's gonna take forever. It's gonna take forever. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm still on this train, I can't believe it. So when you was driving, it would have took you 20 minutes, you know? Without traffic, maybe 15. With traffic, depending on how heavy the traffic is. However, if you're going from one end of Manhattan to the next, the train may be the fastest way, because you're always gonna get caught in traffic when you're driving. So it depends on your goals, and it depends on where you're located, okay? So before you come to New York, before you call me to help you buy a condo, a co-op or one of these houses, yes, we're brainstorming together, but it's a main factor of what's your goals. What are you trying to go, where you're trying to be, and how good your patience is. Me, I take the train and the buses everywhere. Honestly, my patience is super thin, supremely thin. Oh my God. If I need to be somewhere in 20 minutes, I'm going to be on time where I got to go. My thing is, if it normally take me 20 minutes to get somewhere, and now it's taking me 20 to 25 to 30 minutes to get there because this freaking train is messed up, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so upset. My knee going to start shaking. I'm going to start getting a headache. It's crazy. So it just really depends on your personality, where you got to go, where you're staying at. Certain parts of New York, yes, if you're in Howard Beach again, maybe you're in Hamilton Beach. There's an A train that goes to Hamilton Beach. However, to get from one end where the park is at Hamilton Beach to the store, if you're not driving, that's a 20-minute walk. It's tough. It's a 2-minute drive. It's like a 20-minute walk. So unless you want to get your steps in and you're okay, that's going to help you get your 10,000 steps. It is. That's a 20-minute walk. So it just really depends. It just really depends. You don't need it because you can get where you have to go. However, it will be very convenient to get you to where you gotta get to go, all right? Tell a friend, like, comment, subscribe if you found this video useful, helpful, and or valuable. Give me a thumbs up, comment, and please subscribe. Get these numbers up for me. It's gonna help put me in a place where I can help other people. All right, later.